Welcome to Knowledge Bytes. Have you ever wondered how ChatGPT understand your questions, or how Google Translate can instantly translate language, how Siri knows what you are asking? The technology behind all these amazing tools is called NLP. NLP stands for Natural Language Processing. In this episode, we will learn what NLP is, how it works, why it is one of the most important technology in the modern AI. Let's get started. So let's start with a simple question. What exactly is NLP? NLP stands for Natural Language Processing. It's a technology that helps computer understand human language, just like we understand words, sentences, and conversations. NLP helps machines to do similar way. Right? It allows computers to read text, listen to speech, understand meaning, right, and even generate responses. Without NLP, talking to AI would be nearly impossible. Right? Human communicate using languages, but computers don't naturally understand language the way we do, right? To a computer, words are simple data. So that's where NLP comes in. Think of NLP as a translator between human and machines. It helps computers to understand what we are saying and respond in a useful way, right? Without NLP, many of the AI tools we use every day wouldn't be exist, right? So here is something interesting facts. So you probably use NLP every single day. When you ask Siri question, when you chat with ChatGPT, when you search on Google, or when you translate text into another language, so NLP is working behind the scene. It's one of the most widely used AI technologies in the world. So how does NLP actually work? Think of it as a four-step process. First step, the system receives text or the speech. Next, it processes that information, and then it tries to understand the meaning, and it finally generates the responses or takes an action. For example, if you ask what's the weather today, the AI receives your question, understands what you are asking, and gives you the answers. So it's simple, right? So let's break down those steps, right? So now, step one. So everything starts with input. Before AI can understand anything, it needs the information from users, right? That information can come in many ways. It could be the text message, or it could be the email, or the document, or even voice command, right? For example, you might type like, so you might type like book a flight to the New York, or you may say like, okay, play a favorite song. So this is a starting point for NLP. To start way the point, NLP need the information. That's where the starting point. Now let's get into the step two. So once the NLP receives, or AA receives the input, it starts clearing up. Meaning, think of it like preparing the ingredients before cooking. So AI removes the unnecessary symbols, meaning emojis. For example, so if you use anything I love AI, so some emojis or exclamation questions might become simple text like I love AI, meaning it organizes the text. This makes text easier for computer to understand and analyze, right? So now understand. So the next step three is understanding meaning. So now comes to the smart part. This is one. So the AI tries to figure out what you actually mean. Let's say you ask the what's the weather today. So the AI understand what you are looking for weather information, right? So it's understanding your intent. It's not just reading the words, right? This ability to turn words into meanings is what NLP is make powerful, right? Next one is very important, interesting one. So have you ever left a review online? Maybe something like, this product is amazing, or this product or this service was terrible, right? So NLP can analyze those comments and understand the emotion behind them. This is called sentiment analysis. It helps determines whether the piece of text is positive or negative or neutral, right? Businesses use these technologies to understand customers' feedback and improve their product and services. So next one of the most important uses of the NLP is language translation. So imagine speaking one language and instantly understanding another. That's exactly what translation tools do. For example, hello can be quickly become like hola, or something like namaste, or some different words in different languages, right? So that's where the NLP plays key role. So NLP helps preserve meaning while converting text from one language to the other language. So this makes communication easier across the world, right? So now let's understand how it helpful for the virtual assistants and chatbots, right? Let's talk about the chatbots and virtual assistants in the regards. So tools like ChatGPT or Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistants all rely on the NLP. When you ask a question, the AI listens, understand, and what you mean. It's find the relevant information and response back. All this happens in just a few seconds. That's why the conversation with AI feels more natural today than ever before, right? So, and most interesting part, the search engines. Have you ever searched for something on Google? You might have searched every day, right? We do that, right? So for example, best pizza near me. Google doesn't just look for those exact words. It tries to understand what you are actually want. It knows that you are looking for nearby pizza places, right? So it understands your location and intent. That's NLP at work. It helps search engines to provide more useful and accurate results, right? So now comes to the challenges. So even though NLP is powerful, it's not perfect. Human languages can be tricky, right? So take this sentence: I saw a bat. So are you talking about a flying animal, or are you talking about a baseball bat or cricket bat? Right? So the word is the same, but the meaning is changes. So even in case of, let's take sarcasm, right, can also be difficult. For example, great job breaking the website. The word sounds like positive, but the meaning is actually the negative. So understanding these situations remains one of the biggest challenge for the NLP, right? So next, understand the modern NLP versus the how modern AI works. So modern AI wouldn't be the same without NLP. That's guarantee. So the modern AI wouldn't be there without NLP. So NLP gives AI the ability to understand the language. So AI then uses that and understanding to perform tasks, answering questions, or create content and solve problems, right? So together, NLP and AI are making technology smarter and more powerful. They are helping business and students and developers and everyday users around the world, right? So now let's talk about the large language models, also known as the LLMs. So these are advanced AI systems trained on huge amount of text, right? They learn patterns, grammars, facts, and relationship between the words, making like ChatGPT. Models like ChatGPT use NLPs to understand your questions and generate the human-like responses. That's why they can explain concepts, right? So write content and summarize the information, help with the coding, right? LLMs are one of the biggest breakthrough in AI today. Next, understand the key takeaways. Let's quickly recap what we learned today. NLP helps computers to understand or interpret and generate the human languages. It uses a chatbots, search engines, and translation tools, voice assistant tools, and modern AI system. Without NLP, many of the technologies we are using today wouldn't be possible. In simple words, NLP helps human and machines communicate better. So let's knowledge checks, right? So let's see how much you learned today. Which technology relies heavily on NLP? The option A, ChatGPT, and B is Google Translate, and C is Siri, and D is all of the above, right? So everyone knows this answer, right? So every one of these every one of these technologies uses natural languages processing to the understanding language, understanding the work like a human, right? So now get into the last one. So what we learned today. So Today we learn like how computers understand the human languages using NLP, and we explored how NLP process text, understand the meanings, and detects emotions and translate languages, and power chatbots and support modern AI system. So the exciting thing is that NLP continues to improve every year. So we are getting started, right? In our next episode we are going to explore tokenization concept. So that is very interesting concept, how the tokens get be divided and how the machines can understand the words and natural languages, right? So if you like this video, like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in next episode. Thank you.